In every generation, there are heroes whose names echo through time, and there are others, men whose wisdom saves nations, yet their own people walk over them as though they never lived. This is the story of one such man. Long ago, in the ancient kingdom of Zareth, nestled in a valley between towering cliffs, lived a man named Eliab. He was quiet, poor, a potter whose hands were cracked from years of shaping clay. People passed by him without greeting. He was that poor man, the one children were warned not to become. But hidden beneath the rags was a mind sharper than iron and a wisdom the world had not yet recognized. Zareth was peaceful, prosperous, and confident. The king, King Hadriel, was loved and feared in equal measure, but peace, as it often does, made the people blind. They did not see the danger marching toward them. Across the border, a ruthless warlord named General Korath had united 3 barbarian clans. He built massive siege towers, iron chariots, and trained thousands for one mission: conquer Zareth, take their gold, enslave their people. Word of Korath's advance reached Zareth too late. By the time the king gathered his council, Korath's armies were seen on the distant hills like a swarm of locusts. Panic filled the streets. Merchants hid in their shops. Women held their children close. War drums echoed across the valley. The king asked his war generals, "What shall we do?" The generals trembled. We do not know. Their weapons outmatch ours. Their army is 5 times our size." Hopelessness choked the city. But in a quiet corner, Eliab watched the panic and whispered to himself, "There is always a way, even when kings cannot see it." Eliab stepped into the palace courtyard, dusty and barefoot. Soldiers tried to push him back. "I have a message for the king," he said calmly. They laughed. Some spat at him. A general sneered, "Go back to your clay, Potter. The palace is not for people like you." But then Princess Mira, the king's only daughter, noticed the commotion. She had often walked through the market disguised, seen Eliab's kindness, heard his clever words to children. Something in her spirit nudged her. "Let him speak," she commanded. The hall fell silent. Eliab bowed and spoke softly. "You cannot defeat Korath's might with swords, but you can defeat him with silence." The council burst into laughter. "Silence against an army? This pauper is mad." But the king raised a hand. "Let him finish." Eliab explained his plan, a strategy so strange, so unexpected, that the council gasped. He told them to do the unthinkable. Make the city appear deserted. No lights, no fires, no sounds, no soldiers on the walls. Let Korath believe Zareth has fled in fear. But that was only the first part. The second part was a twist no one saw coming. Eliab instructed them to open the eastern gates, wide open. "Let him enter without resistance," Eliab said. "His arrogance will lead him straight into a trap." Then he revealed the final stroke of his strategy, a flooding mechanism built long ago beneath the valley by Zareth's ancestors, a hidden reservoir with stone channels leading toward the valley floor. "If you release the waters at the right moment," Eliab said, "the entire enemy camp, Korath, his chariots, his siege towers, will be swept away in the dead of night." The king stared at him. "But only someone who knows the ancient tunnels can pull the lever that opens the floodgates." Eliab nodded. "I know the tunnels. I can do it." Though the king believed him, not everyone did. General Malik, a proud man who hated taking orders, especially from a poor nobody, was furious. "He will claim the victory that belongs to me," he whispered to the treasurer.
He must not return alive from the tunnels. In the dead of night, Malak sent 2 assassins into the tunnels to kill Eliab before he reached the floodgate chamber. But Eliab, sensing danger, took a different path underground, one only he knew because he had played among the ruins as a child. The assassins became lost and never returned. But Malak's betrayal had only just begun. That night, Korath marched boldly into Zareth. He saw the open gates. He saw no soldiers, no lights, no sounds, no resistance. He laughed. Cowards! They fled. He ordered his entire army into the valley, planning to destroy the palace by sunrise.
And that is where the story pauses. In part 2, the secrets will be exposed. The liar will be crowned. The forgotten hero will vanish. And the truth will shake the entire kingdom. If you want to know what really happened, the heartbreak, the twists, the justice, and the final lesson, subscribe now to watch part 2 of The Man They Forgot. You don't want to miss what comes next. Trust me, you're not ready for the twist.